My child isn't okay. Is it because of friends? Or something deeper? Hey everyone. Today I want to share something that I'm sure many parents have gone through. When our kids hit their teenage years, friendships suddenly become their whole world. They'll defend their friends fiercely, sometimes even idolize them to a point that leaves us stunned. Then, out of nowhere, they change, dramatically, unexpectedly, nothing like before. That's when the worries creep in. Is my kid being influenced by their friends? Should I stop them from hanging out with those kids? But I've come to realize it's not that simple. Let's walk through this together, with honesty and real feelings, to figure out the best way to support our kids. Is your child struggling? Let's pause and reflect. Have you ever noticed how, in their teen years, our kids can throw us off balance? One day they're snapping at us. The next they're quiet and withdrawn. Or maybe they start dressing and talking in ways we can't quite wrap our heads around. I used to jump to conclusions. It's definitely their friends. My kid was so good before this. But then I told myself, hold on, don't rush to judge. The truth is, there are so many reasons they might be acting this way. Teenage emotions, school stress, their relationships with teachers, or even stuff going on at home. If we're too quick to blame their friends without digging deeper, what if we get it wrong? And getting it wrong can hurt. It doesn't just upset them. It can push them further away from us. I remember reading somewhere that at this age, kids defend their friends like crazy. They practically worship them, even arguing with us over it. So if I say something like, it's because of that kid A or B that you're acting up, watch out. They might push back hard. It could crack the bond between us. And even if I'm right, why did they pick those friends in the first place? What's their personality like? What do they need? How have I raised them all these years? These are things worth thinking about. You know, steps to understand your child. No snap judgments. Okay, now let me share how I've learned to handle it when my kid seems off. These steps have been a game changer for me. They keep me calm and help me get closer to understanding what's really going on. First, I tell myself, don't say anything yet. Even if I've got suspicions swirling in my head, I hold them back. I need time to gather more info and let my emotions settle before I talk to my kid gently. Because when I'm worked up, one wrong word can mess everything up. Next, I take a hard look at myself. Have I been there for them enough lately? When did they start acting off? And why didn't I notice sooner? Have I been too busy to chat with them? Do I show them love in a way they can feel? Do we spend quality family time together? Am I gentle and respectful when we talk? Do they feel safe sharing their thoughts with me? These questions hit me hard sometimes. Because the issue might not just be their friends, it could be me too. Finally, I start paying attention to their friendships. I ask them casually, like, hey, how's it going with your friends? Any fun stories to tell me? I even consider the possibility that maybe they're not the one being influenced. What if they're the one stirring things up? It takes a lot of openness to face every possibility. Only by seeing the full picture can I really help them the best way possible. Signs of bad friends. How do we spot them? Alright, here's a big one I want to talk about. How do we figure out if the friends they're with are actually the reason they're struggling? These are some warning signs I've learned about. And they really ring true. For example, maybe they start lying more, sneaking off without telling me, or picking up weird habits like smoking or drinking, stuff they never did before. Or their attitude shifts. They get super defiant with me. Or they're obsessed with negative things their friends are into. I watch how they talk, how they act when their friends come up. Sometimes a single comment gives it away. To get a clearer picture, I don't just ask them. I chat with other parents too. Like, hey, how's your kid doing with their friends? Anything odd? I might peek at their social media posts or comments, but carefully. Not digging too deep. Some days I invite their friends over, so they can have fun and I can see things for myself. Here's the key, though. I remind myself to respect their privacy. At this age, if they catch me snooping, like reading their messages or forcing them to spill everything, oh boy. They'll be furious, and it'll drive a huge wedge between us. So I tread lightly, caring for them while giving them space to feel at ease. Closing thoughts. You know what I've learned, everyone? When our kids aren't okay, it's tempting to point the finger at their friends and shut it down right away. But let's take a step back and look deeper, at ourselves. At them, and then at their friends. We've got to stay calm, respect them, and keep an open heart to get to the root of it all. When we do that, we're not just helping them through a rough patch, we're building a stronger connection with them too. What do you think? Got any tips of your own? I'd love to hear them.